Hello dear friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel on LELB Society. This session I will be teaching you another unit of an advanced reading course book. You see its cover photo, For and Against by L.G. Alexander. The title of this unit is Capital Punishment is the Only Way to Deter Criminals. Capital punishment or death penalty, that is killing or executing the criminals. Deter means to refrain from, to stop somebody from doing something, especially by frightening them or scaring them, frightening them. Okay. Perhaps all criminals should be required to carry cards which read, "Fragile, handle with care." All criminals should be required, are supposed to carry or bring or take cards that say fragile means easily broken, so you need to just take care while just carrying them. It will never do these days to go around referring to criminals as violent thugs. Thug is a felon, F-E-L-O-N, means criminal. Violent means aggressive. You must refer to them politely as social misfits. You must just point to them, refer to them politely or too politely as social misfit. A misfit is an outsider. It means that they do not belong, for example, to the majority of people. The professional killer who wouldn't think twice about using his kosh or crowbar to batter some harmless old lady to death in order to rob her of her meager life savings must never be given a dose of his own medicine. Professional killer, murderer, who wouldn't think twice means reconsider about using his kosh, is a heavy weapon that is short in length but so heavy and dangerous. And crowbar is another actually tool or instrument that is used to lift heavy stuff from the earth, but here it has been used as a weapon to batter some harmless old lady. Batter means to hit, strike somebody again and again, pummel till death or to death. It's an idiom, not idiom but a collocation. Batter somebody to death in order to rob her of her meager means simple life savings must never be given a dose of his own medicine. It means that this thug or criminal should not be treated with care and attention. He is in need of hospital treatment. He needs medical care, hospital treatment. According to his misguided defenders, he refers to the criminal. Defenders means advocate, supporters, usually sociologists. Society is to blame. It means that actually I'm just a reader here in this unit. I don't have any idea about actually this stuff here. This is a course book and I'm just a reader. According to his misguided means misled defenders or advocates, society is to blame. It means that we need to blame the society, not the criminal. A wicked society. Wicked means evil, bad, foul. Breeds evil means makes room for evil individuals, or so the argument goes, and it continues on and on. When you listen to this kind of talk, it makes you wonder. You cannot understand it. You don't know how exactly it is. Why we aren't all criminals? Because actually the society can welcome that in an indirect way. We have done away with the absurdly harsh laws of the 19th century, and this is only right. We have done away with means abolish, removed. It's an idiom. Done away with, abolish, remove. The absurdly, ridiculously harsh laws of the 19th century, because at that time actually criminals were under so much pressure. And this is only right. But surely enough is enough. It means that enough is enough means, okay, we need to put an end to this desperate condition. The most senseless piece of criminal legislation in Britain and a number of other countries has been the suspension of capital punishment. The most ridiculous, absurd, senseless piece of criminal legislation, lawmaking process in Britain and a number of other countries has been the suspension of capital punishment. So capital punishment, according to this passage, according to L.G. Alexander, should not be suspended. The violent criminal has become a kind of hero figure in our time. So he or she has become glorified, lionized. He has become a hero. He is glorified, means lionized, worshipped on the screen, for example on TV or in movies. He is pursued or followed by the press, for example newspapers, and paid vast sums of money for his memoirs. So press and paid vast sums means a great deal of money for his memoir, means accounts, explanations, biographies, chronicles. Biographies, I think, the best synonym for memoir here. Newspapers which specialize in crime reporting enjoy enormous circulations, and the publishers of trashy cops and robbers stories or murder mysteries have never had it so good. Newspapers which specialize in crime reporting, it means newspapers in the genre of crime enjoy a lot of distribution. For example, they can just print out so many newspapers because people do need them or actually demand them. Circulation, and the publishers of trashy cops, and trashy means unimportant, cops or police and robbers series or murder mysteries have never had it so good. It means that people demand criminal activities or stories. That's why this business has become really successful. When you read about the achievements of the great train robbers, when you read about the achievements or accomplishments or success of great train robbers or thieves, it makes you wonder whether you are reading about some glorious resistance movement. It is as if you were reading something about, for example, glorious means magnificent, splendid resistance movement, means fighting against evil or corruption. The hardened criminal, hardened means hard-hearted or violent, cruel, brutal is cuddled, means hugged or embraced, and cosseted means received a lot of attention, care by the sociologists on the one hand, and adored or worshipped or glorified as a hero by the masses. The masses, when it comes with that, means the majority of people, the ordinary people, the masses on the other. So they are adored by the masses, and they are glorified and cosseted by the sociologists. It is no wonder he is a privileged person. It means he has a lot of advantages, who expects and receives VIP. VIP means very important person. VIP, if you just place the cursor of your mouse on the corresponding index number, you see the definition. Treatment wherever he goes. Okay. All right. Capital punishment, which means death penalty, used to be, when we say used to be, it means that in the past, not now anymore, used to be a major deterrent. Deterrent means something that deters somebody from doing something, frightens him or her, or scares, refrains them from doing something. It made the violent robber think twice, means reconsider. Okay, or hesitate and reconsider before pulling the trigger, before using their gun, and shoot somebody and kill them. It gave the cold-blooded, means callous and hardened, hardened and hard-hearted. Poisoner, something to ponder about. Ponder about means to consider, ponder on, ponder upon. While he was shaking up and serving his arsenic cocktail. Arsenic is a poisonous material or substance which is very strong and killing, deadly. Cocktail is a mixture of alcoholic drinks served at parties. So let me just go back. It makes the violent robber reconsider before using his gun. It gave the cold-blooded or brutal killer or murderer something to reconsider while he was shaking up and serving his arsenic cocktail in order to kill somebody and to poison somebody to death. Okay. It prevented unarmed policemen, it means they don't have any gun, unarmed, from being mowed down, and it means murdered, mowed down while pursuing their duty by killers armed with automatic weapons. So here, killers with automatic weapons try to mow down unarmed policemen. Above all means most importantly, principally, it protected the most vulnerable, means susceptible, easily damaged members of society, that is young children, from brutal, means cruel, C-R-U-E-L, sex maniacs, sex offenders, sex attackers or molesters, because we do have child molestation. So it is horrifying or terrifying to think that the criminal can literally get away with, means escape and evade, get away with murder. They just commit crimes, major crimes, and they get away with that. We all know that life sentence means life imprisonment. life imprisonment, which is a sentence, does not mean what it says. It means that it is not really practical. After 10 years or so of good conduct, means nice behavior, acceptable behavior. Conduct means behavior. The most desperate, hopeless villain means evil person, vicious person, bad person, is free to return to society. So it's not life sentence, because if it were life sentence, the prisoner would have to stay in the prison till the end of his life, where he will live very comfortably, thank you, on the proceeds of, means with the help of the money that is collected for a particular purpose, on the proceeds of, yes, the money that is collected and used for a particular purpose, on the proceeds of his crime, or he will go on committing offenses, means crimes again, until he is caught again. People are always willing to or enthusiastic about holding here, willing to hold liberal or free opinions, or at the expense of, means at the cost of, in place for, instead of others. It is always fashionable to pose as the offender of the underdog. Underdog refers to a weak side. For example, in a play or game, there's a match between two teams and one of them is stronger than the other one, and the actually pathetic or weak side is called underdog. So long as you personally remain unaffected. Did the defenders or advocates or supporters of crime, one wonders, it means we don't know, one wonders, in their desire for fair play, consult the victims before they suspended capital punishment? Actually, this is a rhetorical question. It means a question whose answer is clear. We just pose it in order to put some emphasis. Hardly, you see, hardly means barely, seldom. You see, they couldn't, because all their victims were dead. Because actually the criminals had already just mowed down the victims. There was no victim to testify. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this reading course book. I have already actually provided you with podcasts, all the 30 units of for and against. And remember, you could use this structure, footnotes. At the bottom of this post, you see the definitions and explanations listed here. And also, if you have any question, you could use this comment form and leave your questions there. Thank you very much for your attention, and have a great time.